This is actually going to be a second post in one day. And I hadn't planned on doing it, but something extraordinary just happened that I just want to put it out there. I'm just going to speak out loud, and I apologize if it's going to be a disjointed explanation of what I just experienced, but I'm literally just home. It's 8:30 in the morning here, and something just so surreal just happened on the way home. So I dropped my beautiful wife Peggy into work. We were running a little bit later than usual, and I was on the way home. Now, what I hadn't shared up until now, I guess, on this SFM journey was that in June, the realities of COVID struck particularly this household because for the first time in my life, I was let go from my job. Never, I'd never experienced this before. At 52 years of age, to be basically told we can't keep you. You know, the business just fell off that much here, and I was in a sales job. I've been doing it for a little over a year and a half. I liked it a lot, but I certainly didn't love it. But it was an interesting experience for me. And when that happened, it was quite interesting, the reaction to it, because obviously it's not a good thing. And then trying to figure out the next steps and, started banging out resumes and applications, trying to hustle and get something, but, Cayman is closed, essentially. So there's zero tourism here right now. So nothing was coming back from that. And it's quite telling that I initially came across the SFM journey towards the end of July through my amazing referral and mentor referral, James Hancock's, and started my own journey at the beginning of August. So how that ties in with this morning was that I was driving back, having dropped Peggy off a little bit later than usual. We used to leave when I was working. We used to leave here at 6:45, drop Peggy into work for 7:15, and then I'd be in work at 7:30. That was our routine. So we generally missed the morning traffic. This morning when I was driving home, it was 8ish, little after 8, 8:15. And what was so surreal for me was that on the main highway, there was quite literally a 2-mile tailback. Traffic was crawling. And whereas the lane that I was in, going in the opposite direction, it was free. There were a handful of cars on it. And it was extraordinary. I found myself slowing down and actually fascinated by what I was seeing. And I was driving that slow that I was looking into each car as I was driving past. And what struck me was that everybody looked unhappy. I didn't see people smiling, I didn't see people happy. They just were stuck in this traffic, presumably headed into work for the most part. And they looked like they didn't want to be doing that. And listen, I get it. That's the reality. We all have to earn a living. I've been there. I've been in that position. I've been in that traffic. In that sales job, I was overseeing about 30 accounts, so I was on the road a lot. So I know what that traffic's all about. It was so surreal for some reason today to be going in the opposite direction of the traffic. And that's just what jumped out at me, was how that relates to the SFM. And I guess the hopes, the dreams, the wishes that we have to be different, right? To do things differently. And how few people are brave enough to make that move and to make that decision. So I'm so grateful, whereas what happened in June was shocking and was not a pleasant thing. I found myself very quickly leaning into it, and I came to learn that term from Justin. He encourages us to lean into things, and that's what I found myself doing, rather than getting caught up in the fact that I was let go and that the personal hurt that causes and the worry. there's no way that I could have committed the amount of time, effort, everything to my SFM journey if that had not had happened. So it's really interesting for me to be at that point. I'm just so grateful for it. If anything, this morning just reignites my own determination, I would say, to make this happen and to have this quality time that otherwise I would not have had, make that matter. And it was just a reset, not even a reset, but it was just a reaffirmation for me of just, oddly enough, how grateful I am to be in the position to have found the SFM, to believe in it, to know that it's going to work, and to have the wonderful gift of time to be able to commit to that. So I just wanted to share as much for my own, just to put it out there and try and put this into words, because it was extraordinary. You know, it was just another beautiful day here, and, you know, all going about our business, and then this happened, and it was just this extraordinary realization. So yeah, definitely something for me to think about some more, and just how grateful I am for everything that I have in my life. So just wanted to share that. Thanks so much. Bye.